Hey guys, Joe Persona 101 here. This is take two. Was recording earlier. Some things happened. Not gonna go into detail, and I'm redoing it. So, I haven't been doing YouTube videos in a while. Yada yada yada. Been busy. Life stuff's been happening. Blah blah blah. I'm back. I haven't been motivated to make videos in a while. Especially after the whole Kraut and Tea thing happened. If you don't know what that is, look it the fuck up. We're gonna talk about a few things here today. Long story short, so a few things have been happening over this past week and a half-ish, and I thought that I'd talk about the more talked about, things that interest me. I'm not gonna be doing SJW content all the time now. I'm gonna try to branch out, do movie and comic book reviews. Now that I have a little bit more free time on my hands, YouTube's gonna be a bigger focus to me. So, we're gonna start off with the biggest one, and we're gonna do the little ones afterwards. The big thing that came out this week, three days ago, in fact, on January 25th. CNN came out with this fantastic, juicy article. That says cuckolding can be positive for some couples, study says. Now, I know what you guys are thinking. Matt, come on, this is obviously a joke, right? You can't be serious. CNN can't be serious with this. And to you, my friend, I say, oh, just watch. This is written by Ian Kermer. If I had more respect for the guy, I'd try to pronounce his name right. Obviously from CNN. And this article is full of just misinformation, disingenuous advice, and of course, fake news. In our current political climate, the term cuck, short for cuck-servative, I'm going to stop there, because that's already one thing that's just false. The term cuck is taken from the word cuckold. If you guys don't know what that is, cuckold is when a man likes to see his significant other, whether it be man or woman, get fucked by another person. It's mostly common within heterosexual couples, where the man likes to see his wife or girlfriend get fucked by someone else. In fact, the word cuck-servative is mostly used by far left individuals and social justice warriors who use the term cuck-servative. So that's not even correct. So that's strike one. Short for cuck-servative has become an insult of the so-called alt-right, which that's strike two. It's not even remotely correct. Is it used by people on the alt-right? Yes it is. Yes and no. It's also used by people who lean center-right or center-left like myself, and just also trolls. When we call someone a cuck, we're mostly just calling them a pussy, weak, or spineless, which they say coming up next. Oh, and it's just a casual insult. It's just something that we throw around just to be trolls, right? It's aimed at men that they view as spineless and emasculated. True, which a lot of male feminists are. The slur has its roots in the concept of cuckolding or having an adulterous partner. But according to a recent study by David Lay, Justin LeMiller, and the writer Dan Savage. Now, for those of you unaware, Dan Savage is a very interesting character. Dan Savage is an LGBT gay rights activist who wrote his own book, had his own talk show called The Savage Love, and he's also one of the people who said that monogamous relationships aren't real relationships. Acting on cuckolding fantasies can be a largely positive experience for many couples. Shit. Alright, one, I think it's very dishonest and disingenuous for a gay man to be telling straight couples what is and isn't positive for their sex life. Whatever they want to do in their bedroom is their issue. I got no problem with gay people, but as long as they don't tell me how I should be acting in my sex life. References to cuckolding appear in literature as early as 13th century. That's irrelevant. Today, however, cuckolding has become fetishized into a powerful sexual fantasy for some men who get aroused by the idea of their romantic partner engaging in sexual activity with someone else. My opinion on the whole cuckolding thing, first of all, I just want to say that if you're into something like that, hey, more power to you. I think it's weird, and I also think it's kind of like cheating on your partner, because like you're not, even though you're not doing it, you're basically telling your partner you can fuck another dude and I'll be okay with it. I don't know any man that I don't know any person, any guy or girl who would like to see their man or woman just go fucking people around. Is there a stigma? Well, yeah, but the stigma is kind of well deserved because it's pretty fucking weird. Seeing your, getting off to the idea of your partner just fucking someone else is really weird to me. I don't know, just, ugh. Something about his book. Men are more likely to fantasize about cuckolding and they do it more often. It's true, they do. There are a number of women who have these fantasies as well, which points to the need for more research focused on women's cuckolding desires. Why? Why are you putting research into this? Should we put research into, like, cancer research or some shit? I don't know. That's fucking weird. Whatever. Oh my god. Part of what makes cuckolding arousing for heterosexual men is that they tend to view it as a taboo act. It's a taboo. It's not a taboo act. I mean, it is taboo if you're married or something. Like you don't want to have your wife fucking your best friend or something. The cuckold fantasy is a current narrative that is available to people to conceptualize their sexual fantasies. But that may not be an influence for everyone. For gay men, cuckolding isn't quite as taboo because the norm of lifelong monogamy isn't so strong in the LGBT community. So, is he telling gay men to cheat on their couples? Okay. Fuck. Hey, again, whatever you want to do in your bedroom, but if I was gay, I wouldn't want my man fucking another dude. It's kind of weird. It's a sexual desire that can be easily customized to meet a wide range of sexual needs and desires. Whether it's taboo sex, novelty, voyeurism, and something else, he told me. What the fuck does something else mean? Like, really nasty kinky shit? That's weird. And the emotions surrounding seeing your partner with someone else can add to the turn-on, explained Savage. Like, what? Again, it depends on what you like. I don't see having my significant other being pounded by some other dude to be a turn-on. In fact, it's mostly used... The word cuck or I was cucked is mostly used as in the negative connotation. The word cuck has no positive connotation to it. Just like the word dictator. The word dictator has no positive connotation. The word cuck doesn't have any positive connotation. It's an insult. As a sex therapist, one of the more intriguing findings from this study involves the impact of cuckolding on relationships. As far as I know, it fucking kills relationships, man. Oh my goodness. Overall, our research found that for the most part, cuckolding tends to be a positive fantasy and behavior. It doesn't appear to be an evidence of disturbance of an unhealthy relationship or the disregard for one's partner. Well, you didn't exactly provide evidence for it destroying relationships either. We just saw how the positive effects. So again, they're being very dishonest here. Because if you want to look at the positives of something, you also have to look at the negatives of something. If these are the positives of being in a cuck relationship, then fine. But what are the negatives? You're not giving me anything to work with here. Remember that sometimes just sharing a sexy thought can be arousing enough you don't have to follow through. If you're thinking about acting on a cuckolding fantasy, it's worth stepping back first and making sure your relationship is in a good place and that you have strong sexual communication skills. The only reasonable fucking thing in this whole article, my god. For men and couples considering the issue of cuckolding, it is important for there to be honesty, integrity, communication, mutuality, and shared values, advised Violet. I've seen men who try to trick their wives into cuckolding them, and this never ends up well. Does regular cuckolding end up well, then? I wouldn't suppose so. Shit. For couples who decide to move forward, it's important to take things slow. The reality of watching your spouse have sex with someone else or knowing you're doing it if you're not there is often very different than the fantasy. No, it's not. At least to me. I don't see being a cuck and being cheated on as very totally different. It's they're pretty much the same thing to me. And I would never, ever fucking be into that. I wouldn't know, and I don't know any real man who would. If you're a man and you have your woman fucking some other dude and you're okay with it, then you're not a man. You're a fucking pussy. And you are a definite cuck. So, yeah, that's it for that one. Man, that was fucking terrible. My god. So yeah, according to CNN, being a cuck, having your wife getting pounded by some other dude, A-okay. Especially if it's a black guy. Ooh, interesting. So what's the second thing we got today? For the gaming community out there, Overwatch just recently had their huge cosmetics update. It came with Blizzard World and a bunch of new skins, voice lines, sprays for a lot of the heroes in Overwatch. And the best skin in the game, the Black Cat Diva skin, was also released. I bought this skin because it's a great skin and Diva's fucking hot. But I like to check the Overwatch forums. The Overwatch forums are a good place for people who enjoy the game, like to communicate. And sometimes you even get messages from the developers of Overwatch, like Jeff Kaplan, Brendan Michael Chu, and just a bunch of other really cool guys on who actually, and it's cool that the Blizzard team looks at this forum because so they can know the concerns of the community who needs to be buffed, nerfed, just anything, and and things I want to see in the game in the future. But I was on the Overwatch forums the other day, and I see something that caught my attention. Chain Flame on the Overwatch forums made a post called Black Cat Diva and Casual Racism. Now, before going into this, I just want to state that no one can be casually racist. That's not a thing that happens. When someone's racist, they're being intentionally racist. You can be racist by accident. You can be ignorant. You can be ignorant. Ignorance and being racist are two totally different things. Being ignorant is not necessarily a bad thing. You can be ignorant of something and learn and correct yourself. Racists, they believe that they're being correct. So you can't be casually racist. That's not a thing that exists. Moving on to his post. His post reads as such: why did Diva get a black cat Lolita skin? Obsession with cats in the Lolita dress are closely linked to anime culture, which is Japanese and not Korean like Diva. This does not fit at all and plays into the nasty stereotype that all Asians are the same. What he's saying is true, but it's also kind of not true. Alright? The yes, the Lolita dress and the obsession with cats is mostly a Japanese thing. But you also have to remember this: Diva is a Korean pop idol. She's in the world of Overwatch. In the Overwatch lore, she's a movie star, popular gamer, and she's also an actress. So she's a lot of things. She's not just a gamer. She's a pop sensation. She's a pop star, in other words. And to say that it does not fit in, to say that it does not fit at all and plays into the nasty stereotype that all Asians are the same. I have never. I've heard the ignorant comment that all Asians look the same. And to a person who doesn't know the difference between these cultures, Korean, Chinese, and Japanese, at first glance, they kind of look the same. I know if I saw a Japanese guy and a Korean guy, unless they spoke next to each other, I couldn't fucking tell the difference. Am I ignorant? Sure, maybe, I don't know. But not everyone can tell the difference. That's one. But two, K-pop is a very popular thing. Since Diva is basically a K-pop star, it wouldn't be too out there for her to dress up in this gothic Lolita-type dress with cat ears and act and do mannerisms like all those cat girls do. So I think it fits pretty well with the character and her very playful and cheerful attitude. It's offensive and to just appropriate aspects of and achievements of one culture or race and give it to another. Oh my god, cultural appropriation, which for all intents and purposes I don't think is a thing. Cultural appropriation is not a fucking thing that exists. It's not real, and I don't think it is. Like, I know some white people who, some white guys who have dreadlocks, and maybe they just like aspects of that culture. Maybe, I know I like some aspects of black, Japanese, and Asian culture that I'd like to adopt. Am I culturally appropriating that culture by wanting to adopt certain aspects of it? No. And plus, like, some aspects of some cultures are really fucking shitty. Like in the Middle East, where women get their clitorises cut off. They have to cover up in this fucking towel, a hijab, or else they're called a whore. Some aspects of some cultures and religions suck. So I don't have to respect anyone's culture either. So I can appropriate whatever I want, and people have the right to appropriate whatever they want. Back to the article. Some of you may think it's cute, but who cares? But what's next? A blackface skin for Soldier 76? Whoa, you're jumping the gun here, Chain Flame. That wouldn't make any sense, though. A refugee skin for Symmetra just cause she's brown? This skin carries racist connotations with it. No, it doesn't. It's a fucking skin. One, my argument for this and for all things like it is always the same. It's pixels on a screen. If you're offended over fake characters in a fictionalized world, then you must have nothing going on in your life. Nothing going on in your life to be offended by fictionalized characters. I'm not asking for the skin to be removed or anything. Well, you have a big fucking problem with it, so I don't know, man. Just please, Blizzard, put more thought into skin designs next time. Now, what was the response to this? Thankfully, great. Art Nix said, bad troll. Disvalence. Wow, I can't read that. Cat obsession is pretty universal, and Lolita fashion and culture draw directly from Victorian and European fashion. Like, seriously, you're going to complain about this and not the entire Lunar New Year event? DMTAs? Wow. Maybe Diva liked it and wanted to wear it. You need to set yourself outside of this world and place yourself into the world of Overwatch instead. Things will make more sense then. No sense in hating on things like that. It does no one or this community here any good. We are here because we enjoy playing the game, not trying to line every damn little tidbit up with something in real life so that we can make turns take turns arguing over every little thing that all of us will not agree about anyway. So instead, just enjoy playing and look at the work for what it is. Life in a world set in a video game, not here in ours. Game on. Which is the perfect response. The perfect response. We need to... It's a game. First and foremost, Overwatch is a video game meant to be enjoyed by you, me, and the masses out there. If some people like it, cool. Some people don't, cool. It's meant to be enjoyed and loved by people. But if we focus on every little aspect of the game and try to pick it apart here and there, we're never really going to enjoy it. It takes the fun out of it. If you want to analyze it for topics and discussion, that's cool. But if you're just going to talk about it to complain, it's not doing you or me anything. It kind of takes away from the great work Blizzard's done in this game, in my opinion. Does this mean Jessica Nigri is Japanese now? I like that. But yeah, you guys get it. The comments here are fantastic. I'm glad people just aren't accepting this bullshit anymore. Nothing's wrong with Diva's black cat skin. It's totally fine. And, you know, I bought it. Hope you guys enjoy it. Water break. Holy fuck. So that's dumb. Now the last, and quite possibly the best article. The best article. I know the CNN one was good, but this one's juicy. This one's juicy. So, from Gizmodo. I first found out about this on my Social Justice Warriors group on Facebook. And I thought, no fucking way, Gizmodo. No way this can be true. Of course, I was in denial. It is true. Gizmodo. Does Razer know it posted a racist meme? What meme could they be talking about? They're talking about the hilarious, the funny Ugandan Knuckles meme, which I think a lot of you know what it is by now. It's taken the internet by storm in just these last 2 or 3 weeks. I think it's... Sorry. I think it's fucking hilarious. I love this meme so much because it's just so... It's so out there, and I love it, personally. But of course you have the social justice type, the leftists, the liberals who say, this meme is racist, you're making fun of Ugandan people, they don't all sound like that. No shit, Sherlock. You know all Ugandan people don't sound like that. And we'll get to... But in fact, we'll get to that in a little bit, because there's some other information that connects to this. But for now, let's move on with the article. Written by Tom McKay. Today, actually, so it's new. So you're getting this straight from the source. There's being into video gaming and there's identifying as a hardcore gamer. Both are fine, really. But the latter group has developed a well-earned reputation for being rife with bigoted jerks. From the whole mess over Gamergate to more recent instances like PewDiePie's repeated instances of racism. 2 huge red flags there. For those of you who aren't in the loop, Gamergate was a sort of pushback against the feminists and the social justice type who called gamers racists, sexists, misogynists, and said that gamers were just a bunch of nerds and things like that. It was a pushback. It was to protect our identities as gamers and to protect our hobby. Yeah, we just like playing games. We're not these evil people. And PewDiePie's instance of racism, you mean his Nazi jokes? His Hitler did nothing wrong jokes? The fucking hilarious jokes that he told? Yeah, I love those fucking jokes and they were hilarious. Nazi jokes are fucking hilarious. It's also not a coincidence that hardware manufacturers have long learned to appeal to hardcore gamers with branding exercises that can be described as Mountain Dew with an extra spoonful of cringe. Now, if you ask me, and I talked to my brother earlier about this, what Razer's doing is fucking genius. They know who they're selling these computers to. VR chat has grown very popular with the with Ugandan Knuckles making it way more popular than it ever would have been. So this is a good example of a software developer knowing their audience. They know who they're selling to, so they use something like this to appeal to the audience. I think it's fucking great. It's perfect. On Saturday, gaming giant Razer, waded directly into the latter territory by reposting a Dawei meme, apparently unaware that the punchline is making fun of Ugandans. No, it's not. How's it making fun of Ugandans? Because they're in a funny accent? We didn't make this, so don't give us any of that tired fellow kids BS. It's still January, and this is a January meme. People are still hyped. It's gonna be okay, my dudes. Thanks, Chris Pine Desks, for making this. Posted on January 27th. Razer, what you doing? If your brand is gaming, you should probably know to be extra cautious around gamer memes, because half the time they're horrible, and the other half of the time they're pretty fucking funny. The Dawei meme has evolved into a racist joke for reasons like our sister site Kotaku. Oh my god! Kotaku is equally horrible. So, if I were you guys, I wouldn't reference Kotaku in something like this. Accurately called excruciating to explain. Okay, let me explain to you guys the Uganda Knuckles meme, alright? The Uganda Knuckles meme. You get a bunch of knuckles. Say things in a funny voice. You bother people in VR chat. Done. I just explained the Uganda Knuckles meme to you guys in less than 5 seconds. So it's not really excruciating to explain. But it's a mashup of two memes. One is a completely harmless, if dopey drawing of the Sonic the Hedgehog character, Knuckles, by a YouTuber using the name Gregzilla. The other is a making fun of Ugandan action movie titled Who Killed Captain Alex, which contains the line, he knows the way of using a gun. Fans of the PUBG streamer Forsen brought the meme to new heights by mobbing him in-game during his Twitch broadcasts and quoting the movie at him while also playing as black characters. This movie's original quote has been bastardized into the phrase, "Do you know the way?" And it's often followed by racist jokes that have nothing to do with Captain Alex. They're not racist, like I said. They're fucking funny. I mean, if you're a liberal and a fucking SJW retard, and me just using a fake accent is racist, then, well, shit, I don't know. What's not racist to you people? Like exaggerated imitations of the clicking from Kojian and Bantu languages, or cracks about the Ebola virus outbreak in West Africa. Meanwhile, Gregzilla's cutesy drawing of Knuckles, so often used as a mouthpiece for other popular memes, has become the primary mouthpiece for its exaggerated Ugandan caricature. Oh my god. No! No. Dawei's racial connotations became so explicit that, as Kotaku reported, some Overwatch League teams stopped engaging with fans that posted it, probably distanced themselves from its use. So, I mean, the Overwatch League's a totally different thing. They have the right to do whatever they want to do. If they think it's racist, I can't tell them otherwise. If they're a business, they can do whatever they want. Is it stupid? Absolutely it's stupid. But they're a business, and they have to protect their brand, so at some point, this meme transitioned from in-joke to something much less palatable. The exact kind of racist meme one might want to avoid if they were, say, tweeting from a major brand account. Yet when other tweeters suggested tweeting out the meme was a misstep, it responded with this. It shows Razer showing some guy who had a problem with it. Numerous other tweeters called out the company in the replies below the post, though it didn't respond to any of them directly, bringing up that meme is racist. Unstable Genius said, "It's also still racist as hell, completely unbefitting a public brand. Was already considering a different brand for my next keyboard and mouse, but you're making it easier to choose." Darked said, "It's badly animated, 3-foot-tall Knuckles with a Jamaican accent, Ugandan accent." So, you're a racist, my friend. You're comma RE. Seriously, gonna get mad over that? Lamau, why can't people just enjoy things anymore? This is a good tactic. Wendy's doing it and it's bringing them lots of traction. Darked, you're a good man. NHY said, maybe if you're gonna defend this dumb meme, learn it between a Jamaican and a Ugandan accent first. First of all, who cares? Who fucking cares? Hey, this is a bad, low-key racist meme and also a bad look for a front-facing brand. I don't think it is. Y'all know this meme is racist, right? Tech and Chocolate said, having to justify using a meme is usually a bad sign for said meme. This tweet is terrible on so many levels. Well, they're gonna have to explain why it's terrible on so many levels. I think it's great. Lily said the problem isn't that this is a stale meme, it's that it's a racist meme. Kale Mariette said, it being deleted isn't the issue. The fact that Razer is endorsing a racist meme is definitely an issue, though, my dudes. Stupid face, stupid emoji. So, you basically... oh, shit. So, there was an update to the article right here, and it says... It says so. It was updated today, actually, at 3:30. Razer has taken down the original post and tweeted, we shared a tweet from a member of our community. It was highlighted to us that the meme may have had negative undertones. We reached out to the user who clarified he was unaware of the connotations. He had no ill will, the company added. Both parties decided it best to remove the content. Pussies. You guys are pussies for removing that, Razer. I'm so disappointed that you had to do that. I'm unbelievably disappointed. It was funny. You were appealing to your audience, your hardcore gaming audience, knew what that meme was, but you backed down. You backed down to the liberal PC fucking whiners on the internet, and you removed it. Shame. Shame on you, Razer. Bad Razer. I don't like that. So, just to add a little bit of context to it, for those of you who think the Ugandan Knuckles meme is legit racist, the creator of Who Killed Captain Alex said, from what I'm reading here, the director of the film the meme comes from, Who Killed Captain Alex, said that he approves of the meme. I know he doesn't speak for all Africans, but do not think you are being offended on his behalf. Which, again, is a good response to something like this. For those of you, for all you white people, for all the white people out there who are offended by this, you have no right to be. If you're saying that black people are offended by this, ask actual Ugandan or black people if they're offended by something like this. Ask them. Will some of them say yes? Maybe. But I think a good amount of them will say no, because one, it's a meme on the internet, and two, it's in no way racist. How you can see Ugandan Knuckles and think it's racist is unbelievable to me. It blows my mind. Just a bunch of people saying, this one was a lovely racist doing the meme. There's also some lovely racists who do a lot of other things. Fuck you. Cluck, 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 cluck. I like the Russian one because the idea of drifting a tank is extremely funny to me. But yeah, so Razer, bad. You should have just kept the tweet up. It was funny. You knew who your audience was. Should have kept it up, man. I don't like you had to do that. That's bad. Black Cat Diva is fine, and according to CNN, being a cuck is A-okay. A lot of topics. Kind of out of breath. Lots to cover in this video. But I wanted to make it a grand old one. The structure is pretty fucked here because I'm getting back into it, but this is fun. And like I said, I'm not gonna do this type of content all the time anymore. I'm gonna try and branch out. Like I said, I'll be doing movie reviews, reviews on certain comic books that I find are really cool, and I'm gonna get back into YouTube, so expect some more stuff from me in the future, but that's all I gotta say. Alright guys, this has been Duo Persona 101. I will leave my links to my Facebook page into my Twitter page in the description below. So if you want to follow me there to know what's going on with me, or just follow me there, that's good too. I will see you guys on the next video.